everyone, and welcome to Chuck's Potpourri, the podcast with a dash of everything and a splash of nothing. I'm your host, Chuck, and this is a monumental day because it is the first episode of the show. This week's episode is being brought to you from my home. Next week, I hope to have someone in person from the Shawnee County Library. They have a great audio and video setup. If you haven't checked them out, please do so. It is free to use, which is my favorite price. Shows will hopefully be loaded up every Sunday for your viewing pleasure. Let's hop into this, huh? So my first guest is a good friend of mine. He's a fellow Jayhawks fan. He's a big Chiefs fan. He's a sports enthusiast. And from what I hear through the grapevine, might possibly be Dan Patrick's secret admirer.
A little bit.
Allow me to introduce Mr. Eric Hegeman.
Chuck, how you doing today?
Good, man. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. Thanks for having me on the inaugural pod.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's quite an honor, man.
I said for the first one, well, I got to go big. We
got to go big or go home.
We got to get the sports guys in here first.
We gotta let this guy get his useless trivia into place somehow.
Yeah, man. So thanks so much for being the first guest. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? You know, what do you want to tell the people?
Oh, where do I begin? It all started way back when. I don't know. Me and my wife Leandra, we've been out in Oregon for about 5 years now. Have 2 kids. I'm playing the role of Mr. Mom right now, actually, doing daycare duty all day with these little rascals. They
more power to you. Yeah, I could imagine, man.
Oh God, they're fun, but man, they keep you going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, other than that, just trying to keep up on my Kansas sports, because they don't appreciate good sports out here like they do in Kansas.
Well, there's a lot to talk about in Kansas, man. There's a lot going on. So
good time to be a Kansas sports fan, huh?
Exactly. So let's hop right into it. So today's topic obviously is going to be about sports. The topics from week to week on this podcast will vary. Next week I could be talking about cooking or sewing. I don't know yet. It's up in the air. So let's address the elephant in the room. The Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions. How spoiled are we to live in this time frame that we're in right now?
Oh, you have no idea. I have witnessed a lot of hard years with the Kansas City Chiefs. My dad has been a diehard fan and instilled it into me as well. And we suffered through a lot of great Marty Schottenheimer teams. And oh man, when they brought Reed on, though, you had to know good things were on the horizon.
Yeah, Coach Reed definitely changed things around.
Just an immediate culture change.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, how about Mahomes? I mean, can we just take a second to appreciate Mr. Patrick Mahomes?
I mean, what the heck? What else can this guy do?
Yeah.
He's running around on one leg, making play after play, and just honestly confusing the heck out of that Philly defense in the second half.
Yeah,
they had no answer. They did not know what to do.
I think Coach Reed gave him a talking to at halftime. Is what chalk that up to.
Yeah, I think he might have lit a bit of a fire there.
Absolutely. I was looking back, some of the quarterbacks that we had, Alex Smith was a great quarterback. We couldn't get over the hump. It was close. It was so close, but we couldn't do it. You remember when we had Matt Castle
Oh,
who is slated to be the next Tom Brady
yeah.
all
I
those
mean,
years
chalk up
ago.
six
Yeah,
in a row. He was going to have it for us.
yeah. And now, what it seems like is we have the next Tom Brady right
It
now
does.
in
It
Patrick.
certainly feels that way.
So
I
um
mean, three Super Bowl visits out of four, the last four, and
yeah,
you win two of them. That's a pretty good number.
yeah. And
So you think, I mean, someone like Dan Marino, he went to his first year out of the in the league. He goes to the Super Bowl, never goes back.
yeah,
We've seen three out of the last four now.
yeah,
So
yeah.
just blessed,
We're
blessed with some great sports right now.
we're spoiled in Chiefs Kingdom right now. So
Whew, that is no lie, and just keep them coming. I mean, let's get greedy with these.
right?
Let's
Yeah,
get the Lombardi Trophy here. A couple
yeah.
more years.
A little bit of somber news is Coach Bieniemy's going to be leaving us
Oh,
to go to the Commanders. Um, but Matt Nagy is seeming to be the next in line, so I like that. I'll take
I
it.
like that. I don't think we're going to lose much of a step there. I really don't.
No, yeah, yeah.
I think he's
Eric,
going to be. He'll try and do his best to keep that steady. I mean, don't fix what isn't broke.
exactly. Yeah. And I don't know if you hear that Patrick and Travis they do their own plays in practice.
Oh my
And
gosh.
yeah, so Coach Reed was talking about that. They some of those practices they just go off and run their own plays. So
All right.
hey,
Well,
whatever works.
that that leaves the door open for some mighty fine improvisation during games.
Absolutely, absolutely. So all right, well, Chiefs, like I said, we're so proud of them. We're so grateful.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, so
Did you make it down to the parade?
I didn't. I was going to, but I went to that Royals parade when they won the World Series back in 2015,
Ooh,
and
there
it
was a few
was
people that showed up.
there was a few. Some of my closest friends were there. We'll just say that a couple thousand of them. So, and
Yeah.
you know that that was crazy.
Mhm.
When that happened, and you know the Chiefs, arguably an even bigger fan base than the Royals.
I
And
would agree with that.
I was like, man, to go down there to see him would have been amazing, but having to fight all the traffic and whatnot, I said, you know what,
That'd have been in
I
pain.
I got a great seat on my couch and
Yep.
and at
Nice
work.
HD view.
Yeah, and I put it on at work too, so I was like, I didn't miss too much. Yeah, so
I
but
like
yeah,
it.
yeah. So let's keep with the football tone. Let's shift to the Jayhawks. How about those
Ooh.
Jayhawks in football,
Oh,
man?
what an upswing. Oh my
What?
gosh. I was not expecting a bowl game this year,
No,
and
no.
they treated us right. Coach Leipold, oh my, they made a very good decision keeping that guy around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, just an immediate culture change once again, and I mean, he steadied that ship, and he's got kids wanting to come play, and that team did not quit at all this year.
No.
Never saw any give up in them.
When they started off so well, and then we lost um, Daniels, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh boy.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know. I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
but Bean did really good. I
Oh, he
think
did.
I think he did a great job in there. Um,
Definitely
it
earned that scholarship.
he did, yeah. It hit a little bit of a rough patch, but with your non-starting quarterback not in there, that's going to happen.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna have some setbacks,
yeah,
and they had about as few as a team could with losing what is arguably. I mean, he was a Heisman candidate before he
yeah,
went down.
yeah. He
So
was one of
that
Yeah.
He's one of them finalists, and he would have. I think if he could have stayed healthy, he most definitely would have gotten the invite to New York. Might not have won it, obviously, but
Yeah.
I think we could have had a representative there from KU this year
Yeah.
very easily if he'd have
That,
stayed healthy. Kind of a what if kind of thing, but
yeah, exactly. No, that would have been something special. He's a special player. I really like his
but
game.
yeah, absolutely. And then to take Arkansas
Yeah.
to 3 overtimes for Arkansas to put them away, that's something.
Yeah.
They weren't messing around. 50
No.
to 53. That was some scoring. You
I
blinked and you missed a score.
well, I stopped watching in the fourth quarter, and I think you texted me, and hey, you're like, hey, they're making a game of this. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I turn it on, and it's tied, and I'm like, oh my goodness, and
literally out of
wow,
nowhere.
yeah, that was
So fun.
It was something, man.
Couldn't even be too mad that they lost. I mean, to
No,
lose by a field goal in the third overtime of a pretty good bowl game against an SEC team that's something to look at.
yeah, absolutely. I think next year, I think they're gonna be better. I think they're gonna be better.
Absolutely.
Yep. I'm
A
hoping
little more
for
season under them.
Yeah, I'm hoping for another bowl game. That's all I want, and a
I
victory this
think we
time.
can get there. Yeah, let's get the victory this time. Bring the trophy home. Let's get some more hardware there.
So let's stick with the Jayhawks, and let's switch
Absolutely.
to the basketball side.
Ooh, they're doing something this year.
They've got a good team, defending champs.
That's right.
You know,
Target on their back as always.
It's yeah, and it's always that way with KU basketball. No matter who they play, they can play a D3 team, and they're still going to have a target.
They're going to get a run for their money.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to get everyone's top game.
Yeah. Jalen Wilson.
Come on. Yeah, that's what.
Oh,
Jalen Wilson. He is.
What's he at? 20.3 points a game and leading the team in rebounds. I didn't realize that. He is quietly getting 8 rebounds a game.
Yeah. He's
I had no idea. He is just filling up stat lines.
He's a certified baller. He is doing amazing. But
yeah, he is.
But one of the concerns that from me watching is that sometimes Jalen is the only one who's balling out.
He is.
There's times where, we were talking about this before, that teams are starting to figure it out, Grady.
Yep. Conferences, especially the conference teams.
They're guarding him so much closer. They're respecting his perimeter shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him double team now.
Getting a little physical with him too when he drives.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
They're really trying to get him off his rhythm, and the conference teams have done a pretty good job of that. But something happened in Stillwater. That little devil went off in the second half. Ooh,
he couldn't have missed.
Had to silence a few critics.
Yeah,
one might say.
Yeah, that was a heck of a game. Is that the game where Uday did really well too?
I believe he did. Yeah. He came in because of foul trouble.
Yeah.
And it's just holding down the fort.
Yeah. And it's hard with no real big,
mm-hmm. Yeah. When he's used to that high-low offense, and he just doesn't have it right now. But he's man is a masterful strategizer, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. And KJ Adams is doing pretty good. I like KJ.
He's kind of been a beast the last couple of games. They're really having to contend with him, and he's showing a lot of aggression down low. Not getting pushed around too much right now.
Yeah. Being undersized, playing in a post position, it's tough, but and
that's only going to help Jalen if he can continue that production, because it's going to open him up, and as he can brick quite a few out of some shots, and then out of nowhere he's just on fire. So
Yeah.
if we can get him, the more open looks we can get him, the better. Oh man, when he's just firing with 25 seconds left on the shot clock, it's you're always cringing a little bit there.
Yeah. I tend to yell at the TV, and then
Yes.
my wife will say, they can't hear you, right? Okay, sorry about that. Little technical difficulties going on. It's the first show. What do you expect from us?
Gotta iron out the bugs. We'll get
right?
there.
Yeah, well, eventually. so yeah. Jalen Wilson, just a beast.
Absolutely.
Kid's got heart. He's got heart.
He is.
He's great.
He has put that team on his shoulders right now. And without him, we're not a top 10 team. We might not even be a top 25 team right now without him.
Yeah, absolutely. DeMon Harris.
Oh my
pretty good
gosh.
ball. He
is
good little facilitator.
His assist to turnover ratio is just amazing right now.
Yeah.
So right at the beginning of conference season, he kind of had a little dip there where he's getting a little sped up, and
yeah,
I think that forced a couple of unforced turnovers, but
yeah,
man, he's turned himself around. Not scoring that much, but he is making sure scores are taking place.
Yeah, he's that floor general. I like him.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job. Yeah, there's times he gets a little sporadic. I flash back to that K-State game where they lost, at the end there, and they just flustered him.
Yeah, they did.
They flustered him.
They got him. They got in his jersey, and oh man, it was a different Harris than we had seen for most of the season.
Yeah,
and most of his career, for that matter.
Yeah. So hopefully he continues to play at that high level.
I think Self is. I think he's pushing the right buttons right now. I think I saw a poll a couple of days ago, or just before their last game. How do you think their next 7 games will go? I was thinking if we got out of these last 7 with 4-3, we'd be looking pretty good. But
yeah,
I'm thinking we can do at this point we can do 5-2 probably.
Yeah.
I mean they're playing pretty solid ball right now.
Yeah. College game day.
Coming
tomorrow. Yeah. So
that'll be fun.
At the time of our recording, college game day's coming, so it might be after that y'all are hearing it, but it already passed. But hey, we're excited for that.
I'm sure it was fun.
Yeah. So the Big 12 in general, like this conference for basketball is something else.
Oh my gosh.
I have never seen the conference this stacked before.
Top to bottom.
I mean, I think the worst team is 500 right now?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so. I had it just a little bit ago, but I mean our 10th our 8th team, West Virginia, is an 11 seed, and they're just above 500, and I mean they could easily be a couple wins here and there. They could easily be a 7 or an 8 seed.
Yeah.
So they're a little down from what I've kind of seen. I haven't seen too much of their games, but old Huggy Bear, he knows how to get those kids to play for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Them or don't.
Exactly. Yeah. Oklahoma is as of this video recording, they're 13-13. So technically the worst in the conference, and they knocked off Alabama.
Right. They handled them.
They beat the snot out of Alabama.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. And it's
any one of these teams could win at any given night.
Yeah.
And you just couldn't say that for too many seasons. No. Really couldn't say that.
No. Three top 10 teams right now. We're in the Big 12.
Yeah. So 3 top 10ers, and what do we have? I think we have 6 in the top 25.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6 overall.
5 or 6. Yeah. Just amazing. And I would stack us up against any conference right now.
Right.
I saw in Joe Lenardi's bracketology, his projections, he has, I think, either the Big East or the ACC is having one more team than us getting into the tournament, and we have 8 projected as going in. We only have 10 teams.
Yeah.
At least 80% of our conference is going to make the tournament this year. That's amazing.
Yeah, man, it's something. I love the Big 12 right now.
Oh, I know it.
So
I know it. It will be kind of a shame to see the old Sooners and Longhorns go. I kind of like those rivalries we have in basketball. They kind of give us the works over. They give us worked over on football, but oh my gosh,
yeah,
they're a fun little rivalry in basketball.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, we can touch on that too. So our tentative last topic of today.
Yeah.
Teams coming into the Big 12, they are BYU,
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati, Houston, and UCF.
Yeah.
Oklahoma and Texas are on their way out. They were trying to get it this coming season, but it's looking like next 2024.
I think it'll be
yeah.
Looking like 2024 is they'll be gone. But so that's a heck of a run we've had with Oklahoma. I mean, they were a Big 6 team, I believe.
Yeah.
Even before Big 8. So
yeah.
Yeah, we've had a nice long history with them. But I got to tell you, I like Houston coming in.
Yes.
On the basketball side.
Yeah.
I really like them coming in.
They've got a good program over there.
Final Four appearance 2021. Went to the Elite 8 last year. Currently ranked number 2. I mean, welcome to the Big 12. Yeah. Come on, keep that competition up.
Yeah, exactly.
So how about BYU? I don't know much about their basketball program. I know they have a pretty modest history, but few tournament appearances. I think they have a bit more of a football pedigree than anything.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to these teams coming in here, and we'll see what they got.
And Cincinnati, they just had a playoff appearance in football.
Yeah.
So we're really, we're losing two good football schools, obviously, but ushering in one that's, they're trying to make some noise themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see what the new wave's all about. And
yeah, I think it'll be fun. And, what did Central Florida? They had a pretty good run in football. 2017, I believe.
Yeah.
They had a little run.
Yeah. It wasn't too long ago. So yeah. I'm excited for them.
I see no reason why we should be concerned about the Big 12.
Yeah. So hopefully
looking pretty good.
Startups,
barring any shakeups.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, start some new rivalries, and I think KU and Houston basketball. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Bringing Kelvin Sampson back to the Big 12. He used to. What was he at? He was at Oklahoma.
He was at Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah. He was at Oklahoma. So, and I think he took them to 1 or 2 Final Fours while he was there.
Yeah, he always had a solid squad over there. So
I mean that's nothing but good for every team in the Big 12, bringing in more quality teams and teams that are gonna make you play better.
Yeah, so let's do this one last little topic here. We'll throw in.
Yeah.
What do you think about these teams that are leaving their conferences for college and going other places? I mean, I get it. It's a money thing. It's an exposure thing.
I have mixed feelings about it, because it's like, if you want to go, but at the same time, it's like you guys, we've really established something at the Big 12, both in football and in basketball, the revenue sports. We've done really good work, I think, as a conference. And to first see Nebraska, Colorado go, you really didn't think much of it. They were kind of mid-range, except in football. You got to admit, Nebraska
Yeah.
That was a tough school to lose there.
Yeah.
I was a little upset when Missouri left, because that's a wonderful rivalry. It was a fun team to hate.
Yeah.
It was a fun team to hate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, both arenas at those games, they were as loud as you could get them.
For sure.
So yeah, and
For
then
sure.
I mean, they were when they left, their basketball program was doing really good. Their football program was doing real good, and Missouri seems to have kind of faded into a bit of obscurity in the SEC. Do you think I'm wrong in saying that? You don't really hear too much about them. They're not in
Yeah.
playoff pictures.
Yeah.
They're just kind of mid pack. Not really doing much in football, but I'm sure they're enjoying that SEC money.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm sure Oklahoma and Texas will too.
Yeah.
I think they'll do a little better than Missouri will, because they'll be able to recruit the South a lot better than Missouri will, I think. But
yeah. Yeah.
but
So yeah.
really,
Yeah.
I like the way our conference is shaping up, and really look forward to seeing what Houston brings to the table. And do you know anything about their football program?
I don't.
Yeah, not know either.
Haven't heard a bunch of headlines about them, but I'm sure they're decent. So
yeah, it's a Texas school. I mean, they got to focus somewhat on football.
Exactly. Yeah. So
I think it's in the bylaws.
Yeah. Pop Warner to the NFL down there.
That's right. That's right.
So, all right. Well, I think that's going to wrap us up for the first episode. Eric, thank you so much, man, for being a part of the show today.
Awesome, Chuck. This was a lot of fun. Thanks. I'm available anytime. You can have my people reach out to your people, vice versa. We'll get this worked out.
We'll get the contract signed.
That's right.
So
I have very low appearance fees.
Yeah. So our first episode jitters are gone now. Yeah, man, we really hope to have you back on at some point. Once we get into some March Madness, we'll definitely revisit and just have a show dedicated to we'll do a bracketology show.
There you
go. We'll do our own bracketology.
Okay. All right. We'll put Joe Lenardi on notice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to us ramble. You ever have any concerns, leave a comment, leave a like, let us know. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks, guys.